Dinarland highlights. First up from chattels at the iqdcalls.com chat. In Baghdad resumed the House of Representatives, Tuesday, held its meetings under the chairmanship of Salim al-Yabouri, head of the council. It includes the agenda of today's meeting, which delayed half an hour for lack of quorum. The Iraqi forces gave another inflated death count for the Mosul campaign. General Abdul-Amir Yarallah from the Ninwa We Are Coming command told the press that over 25,000 IS elements had been killed in the Mosul operation. In October 2016, when the battle began, Western analysts had the figure at anywhere from 2,000 to 7,500 insurgents in Ninwa. In January, when East Mosul was largely taken, the Iraqi Defense Ministry gave its own number at 6,000 militants left, with 3,400 killed so far. Iraqi propaganda always doubles, triples, sometimes quadruples the IS fatalities after the fighting is over. The greater the total, the greater the victory that Baghdad can talk about. Iraq's displacement ministry is hoping that 70% of the displaced, IDPs, will return to Mosul by the end of the year. It said that the longer people stay in camps, the worse their situation will be. The ministry knows there is a lack of services in the city, but the government is working on that. It didn't mention that many homes in West Mosul, where most of the IDPs come from, are damaged or destroyed. 5 months may be too optimistic to believe those will be repaired by then. IS attacks are also spooking many people and deterring them from going back. If there is any point to the MasterCard hype, it is the notion that if the IQD is convertible, usable through an international bank card, that the currency will be international and at a higher value. Far-fetched? Or small possibility in your opinion? Far-fetched to me. There is no public event or series of events that will reliably or predictably alert us to an increase in the value of the IQD, in my opinion. From Jester. I did get some feedback from one of Guru Hocus Pocus's contacts earlier this week that the level of communication in real time in the sandbox is once again announcing good things on the horizon and soon to happen. The whole "our money will be more effective," and that can't define soon, of course, and that has happened before, but I heard it straight out of there, so I am sure it is accurate, just not sure how soon is soon. I would only believe HP's contact, based on I know exactly where that is coming from. Jilin, Dinar updates. Article. Central Bank Governor, we seek to achieve a balance between the sale of the dollar and keep it. I like this art. Mainly because it is coming from the CBI governor. Not an economist or someone from the finance ministry giving an opinion. And it looks as though he can make one of two choices. Either give the dinar a fixed rate or let it float. At least that is the way I'm reading this art. From Admin Bill. Let's make an assumption that the end game is in play finally. There is still a closely held process that is being carried out to the letter. There are certain steps that have been and must be completed. Each step has many checks and balances. They have done an excellent job at bringing us to this point, so let it play out this week or whenever. From Inner Saint. Article. Iraq has a microcosm meeting of the International Alliance of the need to benefit from the experience of Mosul. Quote. The victory achieved by Iraqi forces in a political city, not only militarily, as he pointed to the existence of economic reform plan presented to the World Bank a few days ago. The liberation of Mosul will remove a major impediment that the GOI has said was in the way of reform. I am cautiously optimistic. From Rayren 98 TNT. The facts as they stand right now is that we are not headed to the bank, yet. But still, we know it is coming, and should be soon. We have rock-solid information that this will happen, and we don't know when, but we do have indicators that it is happening soon. We are getting more to show this reality is complete though not finite. It makes me think it will go this week, but I don't know the process. The things we see in the news, etc., would lead us to that conclusion. Contractors are talking about changes to their pay processes this week. Even though that is in country, it is still a change. Those involved with the card system are receiving notifications that a change is coming, although it didn't say a specific date and time. The whole financial world knows this is coming. The CBI site has been down, then came up with no dollar rate, now it's back up with the US dollar rate. Something is afoot. We're in a good place. From Frank 26. The MasterCard services are now going to allow the MasterCard transactions not only inside of Iraq but outside of Iraq. This is a first, we have been waiting for this to happen. In my opinion, we don't believe that this can happen at a program rate of 1,184. We are strongly opinionated that this requires a new exchange rate for the Iraqi dinar. If they are activating their MasterCard right now outside of their country, then they have to have a rate. The activation of many things are occurring right now. Our friend who has businesses there said it all had to be done before the 21st. It is. The speed of monetary reform is at a completely different light. The CBI said in January that they were not ready to go international, but Alak has made it very clear that he is now ready to do this. Do you know when the MasterCard message was added to the Rafidane Bank website? Yesterday. Did they initiate the RV process on Friday or Saturday? Nanoseconds after Mosul. How will the RV launch be revealed? Only by the CBI posting the new rate. Nothing else counts. Does Iraq have the capacity and capability to withhold from posting a new tradable rate on the CBIW/S, if they choose to, for an agreed or negotiated period of time? Yes. When do you expect the rate to change? In my opinion, this year. Every second has potential now. From Mike at Currency Chatter. Article. Advisor to the Prime Minister, no fears of the collapse of the value of the dinar against foreign currencies. Quote. The stable dinar exchange rate against foreign currencies, and there are no fears of deterioration of its value. There's obvious pressure and skepticism regarding the dinar. These types of articles are meant to restore confidence in not only the currency, but the GOI as a whole. One giant way to move forward is replace the proxy CBI governor with an actual economist on PAR with Shavibi with no ties to the executive branch. From Cap. No chance Guru Mike of any replacement now. The IMF and WB know what happens when a replacement takes over, at least a 2-year delay, slowing progress. Ali Al-Alak is our man for the time being through this reform process. End report. More at iqdcalls.com website, chat room, and forum.